calling this Lecture 0, okay? This is actually the last video that I'm recording, and you're going to see that when you look at all these videos, I have a lot of them. I've got like 25 lecture videos and then an intro video, and now this one, which I'm sneaking in the beginning as Lecture 0, even though it's the very last one I'm recording. What I normally do on the first night of class is I hand out this test right away. I say, okay, it's like a pre-test, and we'll see how you do, and then we'll conduct the course, and then we'll take a test on the very last night and see how you do. Hopefully this will be able to be uploaded. Okay, there's access restrictions to the building and all that good stuff, but hopefully you'll be able to just download this from Blackboard. If not, though, I'm just going to quickly show you the questions. You can pause on each one and write it down or whatever you need to do. Number 1, when taking a patient's pulse, the nurse counts 23 beats in 15 seconds. How many times will the patient's heart beat in 1 minute? Number 2, if 3y equals 2x plus 8 and x equals 20, then y equals. Number 3, 76.2 times 1.04. Number 4, 3 3/4 plus 2 4/5 equals. Number 5, a cube measures 12 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 8 centimeters. What is its volume? Number 6, which of the following fractions has the largest value? And then you see there's a bunch of choices there. Okay, 1 over denominator 5 times 3, 1 over denominator 5 plus 3, 1 over denominator 5 minus 3, 1 over denominator 5 divided by 3. Which one has the largest value? Number 7, a group of 25 runners recorded a total weight loss of 225 pounds after completing a marathon. What is the average weight loss per runner? 8, how many seconds are there in 3 1/3 minute? 9, which of the following percentages equals 0.18? 10, 3.45 divided by 0.15. 11, the price of a certain medication is $8.50 per bottle. If the price increases by 7%, how much will a bottle of the medication cost? 12, to the nearest 3 decimal places, take 367 divided by 35. 12. To allow tape recorders in class, school policy states that 2/3 of the students in that class must request to use a tape recorder. Oops. Now, if you're wondering what a tape recorder is, Google it. If 15 students out of 48 have requested to use a tape recorder, how many more must do so before the tape recorders will be allowed in class? Okay. 14. At the start of a diet, Mr. Smith weighed 184 pounds. 8 days later, he weighed 179 pounds. What was his average weight loss per day? 15. The amount of iron recommended for a typical adult woman is 18 milligrams daily. One woman's average daily diet contained only 75% of the recommended daily amount. How many more milligrams of iron should her daily diet contain to supply the recommended daily amount? 16. 8a to the 3rd power, or 8a cubed, we could read that, times, that little dot means times, 5a to the 4th power. 17. Of the children coming into a clinic, 7.5% have a certain condition. For every 150 children who visit the clinic, how many are expected to have this condition? 18. A patient is given 3 tablets, 250 milligrams each, of a medication daily for 5 days. How many grams of this medication was the patient given? 19. Which of the following decimals is most closely equivalent to 5/7? Okay, take 5 divided by 7. 20. A recipe requires 1 1/4 cup of non-fat milk. A person already has 1/3 cup. How much more is needed? 21. Which of the following values equals 0.35 times 10 to the 4th power? 22. 3 3/8 times 2 1/3. 23. One tablet of a children's aspirin contains 1 1/4 grams of aspirin, and an adult aspirin contains 5 grams. How many children's aspirins will contain the same amount of medication as 2 adult aspirin tablets? Okay. Word of caution if I don't say it when I run through the solutions. There's an error on the official published solutions. The answer to this one, I don't want to tell you right now, but yeah, there's an error. So if you don't get the same answer as the solutions and I forget to mention it, you're probably okay. All right, 24. If your annual salary of $17,200 were increased by 5.5%, what would your new annual salary be to the nearest dollar? Use the following diagram to answer the next question, okay? A circle with a bunch of degrees measured. The central angle of 45 degrees represents what percentage of the circle to the nearest whole percentage point? Okay, so we need to kind of do a conversion between those degrees and percent. Okay, a little hint there that all the way around the circle would be, well, I don't want to give you a hint. What am I talking about? This is a pretest. Sorry. 26. Triangles 1 and 2 are similar, with triangles one side has the length of 3 meters and 5 meters, corresponding to triangles 2 sides that has the length of 9 meters, and then a mystery we call x meters. Okay, so the question was going to be to find what x is. Okay. 27. 10 milliliters of a blood specimen contain 1.2 grams of hemoglobin. How many grams of hemoglobin would 15 milliliters of the same blood contain? 28. 6 times 0.83 plus 0.3 times 100 minus 29.09. 29. The 6% sales tax on a purchase of textbooks was 3.54. How much did the textbooks themselves cost? 30. If 30% of a number is 90, what is that number? 31. On a road map, 1/8 inch equals 50 miles. How many inches will equal 125 miles? 32. Which of the following equations illustrates the distributive property of multiplication? Okay, so if you know that property, you'll know how to expand that out to see which one of these on the right would make sense. 33. Solve the following system of equations. 2 equations, 2 unknowns. There's an x and a y value that would make both of those statements true. You need to find it. 34. A baby drank an average of 7 1/4 ounce during each of 4 feedings. If the baby drank 6 3/8 ounce, 7 1/2 ounce, and 7 3/8 ounce in the first 3 feedings, how many ounces were taken during the 4th feeding? 35. If x percent of 150 equals 12, then x equals, which of the following values equals 9 divided by the fraction 3/8? Okay, it's like a compound fraction there. Alright. 37. 2 rectangles have the same ratio of length to width. The first rectangle is 6 centimeters wide and 9 centimeters long. If the second rectangle is 12 centimeters long, how wide is the second rectangle? 38. 2 angles of a parallelogram measure 60 degrees each. How large is each of the remaining 2 angles? 39. What percentage of 75 is 5? And finally, 40. What is the area of a triangle having a base of 10 centimeters and a height of 5 centimeters? Okay? I'm going to quickly just blow through the answers. And what I would have done on the first night of class is not discuss these answers, okay? And my reason is that, number one, I would either have to go through them so quickly that if you really don't understand how to do the problem, you're not going to learn anything, because I'm just going to be zippity-zapping my way through them quickly. You're not going to learn. Okay? The alternative would be to slow down and actually teach everything as I'm going through this exam, and then it's like I'm trying to teach the entire course on the first night of class, and we would never get through it that way. So what I just do is hand out these solutions on the first night. I don't even talk about it. You grade your own paper. I don't need to know your grade, right? You need to know your grade to know how you do. So again, I'm just gonna, you can pause this video, of course, and kind of see some of the basics of how these solutions came about. At the very last night of class, I do another one of these tests, and I sit and work every problem right here under the camera for you. So there's like a post-test at the end of our course that you'll be able to do. Okay? So here's the pre-test again. Here's your answers. Number 1 is B. Number 2 is C. 3 is B. 4 is C. Okay, again, feel free to pause and look. Let me just make sure I've got the right test here. Yeah, test number 2. Did I give you test number 2 the first time? That'd be great if I gave you all the wrong answers, wouldn't it? Number 5 is A. 6 is D. 7 is D. 8 is A. 9 is A. Let me pull it up so you can see 10. 10 is D. Okay. 11 is B. 12 is C. 13 is B. 14 is C. 15 is B. 16 is A. 17 is C. 18 is B. 19 is C. 20 is A. 21 is B. 22 is D. 23, they say the answer is D. That's the one I was red flagging, right? 23. They made a mistake here. The question says 2 adult tablets, but they told you the answer is D. That would only be 1 adult tablet. So the answer is really B. Okay? The answer is really not D, it's B. Okay, so watch out for that one. Alright, 24. The answer is C. 25, that's the tail end of 24 if you're following along with what they did. 25, the answer is B. 26, the answer is B. 27, the answer is C. 28, the answer is B. 29 is D. 30 is A. 31 D. I'm going to pull it up so you can see it all. Okay, 32 is A. That's the tail end of 32. 33 is C. That's a long description there. That was the system of equations, I betcha, right? It takes a while to do those. 34 is B. 35. That's the end of 34 at the top there. 35 is A. 36 is D. 37 is A. 38 is D. 39 is B. And 40 is C. Okay? Alright, that's the little pre-test that I would give on the first night of class. So please continue to watch all these videos. You'll notice there's a few times in the videos where I say, now on our next video we're going to talk about so-and-so and such and such. And you'll say, wait a minute, we just talked about that. So there's a few times that I have shuffled the order of these videos after I recorded them. So, bear with me. I didn't want to completely record them all over again just to take a little comment out. And I really don't have any editing software to go back and tweak these videos, so they're raw. There's some background distractions in some of them. I apologize for all that. The audio is not great in any of them, but it's really the best I can do on the fly here to try to teach this course remotely. So I'll say enjoy. There's quite a few videos. It's basically the full course. You're not being shortchanged other than having me standing in front of you to kind of directly answer questions and things like that. But everything I would normally say in the classroom, I say on these videos. So it's a complete series, okay? Thank you.